Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today we accidentally drank some baby formula, but are now fully recovered in time to watch Mr. Yo playing as the blue Aztecs take on MbL playing as the red Poles. Now while the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate surroundings, and try to go up to feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. The Aztecs are what I consider to be a warrior monk civilization. Their monks gain 5 hit points for every tech that's researched, so a fully upgraded Aztec monk comes with a massive 95 HP compared to the usual 30 or 45. Now, to help with the gold cost of upgrading your monks, which is significant, any relics collected by the Aztecs do generate 33% more gold. Now, to support their monks on the field of battle, all Aztec military units are produced 11% faster. Their skirmishers can be upgraded to get extra range and attack, and their infantry can be upgraded to get a massive general +4 attack boost, which is fantastic news for the unique unit of the Aztecs, the Jaguar Warrior, an overall medium infantry unit that comes with a pretty damn good attack bonus against other infantry. Now, to support their military production, Aztec villagers do carry 3 extra resources right from the start of the game, and if you take a look at the top left of your screen, you'll notice that they have 150 gold. They do start the game with 50 extra gold, which means they either get loom for free, or you can use that gold for 2 extra militias, or you can just bank it and try to go up to castle a little bit quicker than your opponent. Let's see how the Rhino Pole goes. Anytime you lure one of these quicker moving animals, your villagers have to be prepared to take a few hits. They are a little bit faster than boars. Let's see this villager. Even he gets poked with that horn. Anyway, rhinos aside, MbL as the Poles, a civ that very much focuses on their cavalry. If you are in the mood for something a little light, not exactly a full meal, but a light cavalry attack, know that the Pole scout line units do come with an extra bonus attack. Archers can be upgraded to do trample damage, which is actually quite helpful in the late game because Poles are one of the only 2 civs in the game that have their hussars replaced with winged hussars, which are already tankier and stronger than normal hussars, and with an attack bonus against gunpowder and an even bigger attack bonus against monks. Now, if you don't really want anything light, you want to dive straight into that sirloin, you want something a bit heavier, know that Pole Knights and Cavaliers can be upgraded to cost a lot less gold. And when I say a lot less gold, I mean 60% less gold, making it a bit easier to spam these heavier units starting in castle. Now, to back up their cavalry units on the field of battle, the Poles can field a unique unit, the Obuch. This is a tanky, well-armored infantry unit whose attack actually reduces both melee and pierce armor of its opponent with each single swipe of its giant warhammer. Now, to support production of their food and gold-intensive cavalry units, Pole stone miners also generate gold while they mine stone. Their farmers have access to a unique structure called the Folwark, which we'll see hopefully pretty soon once he's got the wood for it. This is basically a structure designed, here we go, to replace the mill. Anything seated in this highlighted radius, any farm seated in here, immediately adds 8% of that value's 8% of the farm's value to your coffers. And also, by the way, this does give you 5 population room. Now, lastly, Pole villagers are harder to raid because, like the Viking berserkers starting in Feudal Age, they do regenerate HP all the way up to 20 HP per minute in Imperial. So we've got a very interesting matchup here. We'll see how our Pole plays this, but if he decides to go very heavy cavalry, for example, our Aztec monks might have an absolute field day converting the hell out of them. That being said, if he goes light cav, the Aztecs do have some pretty tanky infantry units. And there we go. Take a look. Militia already on the production tab for Mr. Yo. That being said, never, ever underestimate the Poles' ability to spam their knights. Lachitic Legacy is the one that adds trample damage to their light cav. Also incredibly powerful. But as I always say, let's let the players speak for themselves. In the meantime, while they're exploring each other's bases, I think they've seen, yeah, Mr. Yo has seen his opponent's base. Oh, maybe not. Look how close he came. Did he see? Maybe he saw a villager? But look at MbL's vision. Oh no. Has he missed the entirety of Mr. Yo's base? unless he actually saw a villager, but he is heading home. Somehow has a game sense that something is going to pop out of the ether here, something out of the void, out of the darkness, and sees it immediately as they pop out. Both players heading up to Feudal. Mr. Yo hitting it right as I finish, or rather start the sentence. In any event, let's take a very quick look at the basis since the players, things are starting to heat up here on Arabia. Primary gold, very forward position here for MbL. Going to be a bit of a pain in the butt to defend this. Is this open? No, it is not. So luckily for him, he's got a nice, big, long forest. I don't know where your mind went when I was stuttering on that sentence, but he's got a big, long, juicy forest here to the south of his base. Northwest completely open. East has already been walled off. Primary stone in the back in this Tetris piece. By the way, using both the stone and the gold as part of your wall off means that you are very exposed to archer fire. So let's see if our Aztec decides to make an issue of it. Mr. Yo, uncharacteristically, leaving his base completely open. Usually Mr. Yo loves his big old palisade, 14, 15 palisade long wall offs. His base, primary gold, nice and secure in the back. Primary stone, nice and secure in the back. So base advantage here for resources go to Mr. Yo. In terms of forest location, also, I don't mind this at all. A short wall off here, but the east, very exposed. For the moment, though, his militia have become men-at-arms. 0 kills to 0 kills, although the scouts both look like they've taken some damage. Let's see if he can bust in through this folwark. Remember, the folwark, because it also counts as a house, does cost a little bit more than a mill. Instead of 100 food, 100 wood rather. Well, it would be funny if it cost food. 100 wood, I believe it costs 125. Oh, MbL a little too slow on the wall off, but can always delete his own palisade. And now with the archer out, the longevity of this army here for Mr. Yo is very much in question. No more blue dots streaming across the map. MbL. Oh my god, I don't think he's seen Mr. Yo's base. I don't think he knows where his opponent is. Although we'll discover it now. Right? Right? Oh my god, he's so close. Okay, he does discover it. Okay, he sees it. We'll have to take a look maybe on his vision, but wow. Discovering where your opponent is at the 12-minute mark of the game. Lion joins in on the fight here on the Polish side. Is not exactly ideal here. First blood does go to MbL, who has killed all 4 of Mr. Yo's expeditionary force here. So Rambo, first blood prize does go to him, but Mr. Yo, I think, has seen that the resources form part of the wall off. He knows that the Pole stone miners do generate gold, so he's expecting maybe to see some villagers on stone at this early stage in the game. And MbL finally has located the perimeter. The ooey gooey center, rather. Not the, well, I mean, he's on the perimeter, but he's discovered the ooey gooey center of Mr. Yo's base. And look at him. Doing what I said Mr. Yo is supposed to do. Okay, Mr. Yo instead choosing to use structures here. Blacksmith. Does he have a secondary building? Yes, he does. The archery range. MbL, blacksmith. This always screws with my head a little bit because the image is the blacksmith image. He does, I mean, have a blacksmith. He's going archers. This is MbL. Actually, both players are going archers. The one scout from the beginning is still alive here for MbL, which is, I guess, the good thing for him. Civilian and army population, both identical. Mr. Yo returning home with his archers. Will he get this scout on the way back? Let's take a look. For now, let's take a look at the upgrades. +1, 0 versus +1, +1. No surprise here that MbL is taking this fight handily. Although, right as I say that, he starts losing more and more archers. And now he's got to be careful. Oh, loses a scout as well. He's got to be careful here with these archers. Their shelf life is basically run its course. Where are the other ones? Okay, they're just sitting at home. Resources. Both players starting to bank food. Both players with a good amount of villagers on gold. Wow, what a pickoff there for MbL. Outnumbered, rather, and surrounded 6-1. Still manages to pick off an archer. Fantastic. I don't know if you guys can hear. There is construction sounds in my building. I hope you can't hear. I definitely can hear, and it is annoying the hell out of me that they're doing this in the middle of the day while I am casting. But take a look again. Any farm here adds 8% of its value to that Polish, what do we want to call it, stockpile. So not surprising that you don't see the usual farms around the town center, although maybe later in the game. But for now, no real point in putting them there, just like every other civilization does, because you've got that juicy extra 8% bonus. 4 on 7, not a fight that MbL wants to take. Mr. Yo heading up to castle. MbL still 100 food away, managing to get some pretty damn good trade-offs, though. Not losing a single archer, picking off 2. Is he clicking on the weaker ones to see which ones are which? But for now, 5 archers to 5. And let's take a look at the actual HP here. Okay, Mr. Yo's still ahead in HP. They do exchange a little bit of a volley here. MbL's HP goes down a little bit. Reinforcements. Okay, adding some skirmishers walking by this peaceful animal community that just wants to, you know, be next to the shiny gold. Animals obviously love shiny things, if you know anything about animals. Animals and babies, by the way. Animals and babies have a lot in common. Although if you listen to my wife, me and babies have a lot in common too. But I think every wife says that about their husband. I hope he says as a tear runs down his face. Okay, let's see the engage here. Enough silliness. HP very similar. 8 supply to 7. 7 supply to 7. And now MbL has to retreat. He sees the skirmishers. There's no way that he can, or rather, Mr. Yo has to retreat. He sees MbL's skirmishers. No way he can engage into this. Another full worker going up. Not in the best location with this house here. But let's see what he can get done for now. 16 villagers on food to Mr. Yo's 15. But right as I was about to start that sentence, Mr. Yo hits Castle Age. Let's see what he does. Immediately crossbow upgrade. Will he continue going? Archers. Will our warrior monk pivot to the game's only spellcaster? Let's keep an eye out. Now both players are in Castle Age. It looks like he wants to trap MbL's army in here. Although, will he be successful? These archers are not exactly the quickest moving ones, but they will see this villager. They see the villager building, and now the skirmishers are coming in. Oh, look at look at Mr. Yo. A 2-for-1 movement here. Keeps the reinforcing skirmishers out. Traps the archers in. MbL's army here inside is completely donezo. And what a brilliant move out of our Aztec. Absolutely brilliant. Town watch as well. He's going to be able to keep a very good eye on these skirmishers. I mean, they're attacking the siege workshop, so he would have seen them anyway, but you guys know what I mean. And now Mr. Yo with the counter unit for Aztec skirmishers will be able to wreck, but he'll lose one. Okay, MbL taking overall bad trades here at the moment, but managing a little bit here, a little bit there. Look at the kill count. 14 to 13. Neither player really able to get any villager kills, which is hilariously awesome, considering the fact that MbL has been parked inside Mr. Yo's base for the last 5 minutes, and Mr. Yo penetrated MbL's base for a few minutes earlier on in the game. 0 villager kills. Okay. I am here for it. Let's see a big old military. Leave the villagers alone. I'm not going to make a video where I'm hiding underneath my bed sheet with a shaky cam saying, leave the villagers alone. If you know what that's a reference to, you are way too old. If you do not know what that's a reference to, there was one of the earlier viral videos of the internet was somebody under a bed sheet yelling, leave Britney alone, as Britney Spears went through one of her several, I want to say, infamous meltdowns when she like shaved her head and was in the news for a bunch of stuff. But anyway, that was me just being silly. Beautiful movement here out of MbL. He is microing the hell out of these skirmishers, and it shows. But will the micro save them? The crossbows are a pretty damn strong unit, and they are on the high ground. I can't believe this Mangonel has 0 kills. And still has 0 kills, and dies a virgin. My goodness, what an absolute amazing game. Micro out of our red pole, although now he's coming under attack here. The town center being built. Beautiful location, by the way, will be able to shoo away these skirmishers. 2 extra town centers going up for him, a 3rd for Mr. Yo, who already has his up, but he is down 4 crossbows at the moment. Army supply, total supply 60 to 60. Uh-oh. MbL. Man, the vision of these players. Oh my god. Chad Mangonel again defeats a Mangonel. These 2 kills are Mangonel kills. These crossbows with enough micro might actually be able to engage in this, but I think Mr. Yo says, you know what, at the moment, F this. Behind this, what is he building? Let's zoom out on his base. There we go. Ark of the Covenant being lowered into its secret compartment tells us that monks are on the menu. And OMG, we've got a doubt castle here. 12 villagers being sent forward. Oh, we missed a Mangonel shot. We'll put that in picture somehow. Oh my goodness. MbL's Mangonel dying, but with its last dying breath does manage to absolutely demolish Mr. Yo's army supply and reduce it to a measly 2 skirmishers. Wow. Okay, will he complete the castle now that there's a Mangonel here? Nope. Decides, you know what? Let's go a little bit off campus. Woo. Now, if you guys are familiar with how this game works, high ground, obviously, you get a plus 25 attack advantage. You also get 25% less damage done. What happens with a castle when just the tip is on the high ground? Does that actually mean the entire castle? Does it have to be a majority? I will look into that. That is one of the things I will definitely try to find out. But this castle looks like it's kind of on the high ground. Maybe not. But what it is definitely is in sight of this archery range. And here we go. 1 gold for every 3 stone mined is a pretty damn strong economic advantage here for our poll. So having this many stone I would love to see another mining camp on this side. He's got the wood for it. This is just a bit inefficient here the way it's mining, but that's just me as a ivory tower caster here sitting in my comfy chair, trying not to think about the baby formula I accidentally drank earlier today and almost threw up. Oh man, does it taste bad. In any event, let's take a look behind this. MbL building himself a market. How many folwarks does he have? Just a 3? Okay, pretty damn good. Civilian population, 72 to 72. Army supply, 15 to 5. Although both players, there's that Schlachter privilege. Knights now only cost 30 gold. Remember, that does not affect their food cost, only the gold cost. Man, there's a lot of noise outside my building today. Another castle for our poll. Let's frickin' go. Where are his stables? Do you see a single stable? I mean, he got Schlachter. I'm assuming there's going to be a stable there. Okay, they are in the forward position. Not a bad location at all. I absolutely love this. Reinforce, and you guessed it, reinforce your center position. If you're going to be putting on this much pressure, you're going to be expending 1,300 stone to start ringing your opponent with structures. Oh, look at this. He's buying food. He's buying wood. He's getting bloodlines. He's getting 9 knights and a petard. Okay. Counter castle going up for our Aztec. How many monks? Only 1 monk, but Mr. Yo's going up to Imperial. Look, if there's any player who can take a punch to the face and defend his base, it's Mr. Yo. How many games have I cast and how many games have we seen where his base seems on the verge of being breached, on the verge of dying, collapsing? 0 kills for these guys. Might want to just bring them home at this point. Okay. But again, when you use your resources as part of the wall off, it does make it very annoying. Oh, he tried to sneak in there. Villagers blocking his path. But as I was saying, another castle. Oh my god, I'm just distracting myself all over the place. If there's any player that we've seen be able to hold on and somehow win a game, it is Mr. Yo. Not that I'm in any way suggesting this game is a loss for him at the moment. He's not that far down in villager supply. And remember, monks, 4 monks in total. Oh, 3 now that these skirmishers got their way with them. But the converts Just like the light cav is the natural predator of the monk is the natural predator of the knight. More and more monks coming out. Let's take a look at their HP. 50 HP already. We'll take a look. I'll try to keep an eye out on the top left of our screen so I can call out these upgrades. Remember, the Aztec monks get all of the upgrades. Wow. MbL wants to end this game right here, right now. Another castle. I mean, when you're tiefing your opponents, when you're pinching your opponent's stone, and you've got so many villagers on the stone pile that there is not even enough room for you to mine that stone, you know you're doing something right. But now there's a breach in here, a petard slowly waddling. I always like to think of these guys as pirates with giant barrels of rum. But no, oh, these are not barrels of rum. This is a gunpowder. No dead villager at all. Castle. Okay, I think that was a bit of an afterthought there by our poll. But remember, Mr. Yo did hit Imperial first. MbL, nowhere close. Doesn't even have resource. I mean, he could sell stone maybe. But does he care? He is so far behind the, let's call it the going up race. Not the arms race, because he's leading 34 army supply to 11. He is definitely winning the arms race. But the going up race, he is so far behind. He has no option but to commit to Castle Age. But when you commit to Castle Age, my goodness, the Aztec monks. Oh my god. That is exactly why I wanted to watch this matchup. Pole versus Aztec. Deadly for the pole if you go heavy cavalry. You need numbers, and numbers is what he's going for. 26 knights in the production tab. Over here, he's being shooed away by 3 mangonels with how many? 11 kills? That's not counting the pike, right? Yeah, 11 kills. But more and more knights streaming in. Mr. Yo, though. 60 HP now. I said I was going to try to look at the the upgrades. Of course, I missed 2 of them. He's trying to lure. He's trying to lure with a monk. And monk does die. Will he get another one? No. Or maybe. Mr. Yo wisely going for the full health knights. Does get one. So our Aztecs sitting on 9 knights. Half of the knight count of our poll, and MbL must be shaking his head in dismay, saying, oh, what the actual F is going on? I was up 3 times the army supply. Now army supply is identical. 32 to 32. And we've got our first Aztec knights of the day. But undeterred, another castle. He is... I mean, Aztec Siege is not bad at all, so I'm surprised that he's trying to ring his opponent in with static defense. The 2 castles here, by the way, to the north have fallen. And another convert. My goodness. Okay, skirmishers just kind of hanging out, watching a few of their friends shell away at an archery range. Trebs, fresh off their destruction to the north, pivot east. And now this castle is under attack. Let's take a look at how much damage it's taking, by the way. 1611. No, it's not. It doesn't look like it's on the high ground. 400, 300. I don't know. I'm gonna stop trying. Like in everything, when it gets hard, just give up. Stables are still here. This one unupgraded skirmisher sees it. Obuchs are out. Very underrated unit. Maybe not when he's 1 against 9, but a very underrated unit. Remember, each swipe of that hammer reduces your melee and your pierce armor by 1, and that damage, by the way, is permanent. It is permanent until that unit heals or dies. By the way, MbL here, 41 minutes into the game, nowhere close to going up to Imperial. He has no choice. If he takes his foot off the gas for even 1 second right now, Mr. Yo is going to steamroll him. And by the way, this is now the 4th castle of his that's going down. Big battle here to the north of the map. Mangonel's finally getting hits off on these skirmishers. This is a big army for Mr. Yo here. 14 knights left, but how many freaking pikemen fully upgraded without Garland Wars? Garland Wars would add another 4 attack to these, making them just ridiculous. Okay, but MbL here did a pretty good job. No more knights for our blue Aztec. Now it's just pike, and pike can be dealt with even by knights, especially when you mix in obuchs and you mix in skirmishers. Would have loved to see the knights go for the mangonel first. Wow, both players just beating the ever-living snot out of each other. Jaguars are out. What a beautiful freaking unit. What an absolute beautiful unit. Look at that attack bonus against the infantry. Plus 10. Let's... Oh my god, we've got a converted obuch. Oh, man. And now these stables look like... Oh, no, they're still under attack by this one skirmisher. Castle down. All of MbL's contained castles are gone. He won't even lose this Treb. And now Mr. Yo is basically free to do whatever the hell he wants on this map. He's down 20 villagers, but army supply is identical. I would say maybe MbL's army supply is a little better. He's got knights and obuchs, whereas Mr. Yo's army is basically half of it is pike. Neither player really looking to commit heavily here. Oh, the obuchs are in the back. They should be right in the front. Monks healing. They're up to 75 HP. Garland Wars is on the way. So all of these infantry units are going to have a nice in 11 seconds, 9 seconds. Take a look at the attack of this +4/+4 on the bottom left of your screen right now. How gross is that? A pikeman that attacks on a 12 before bonus damage, by the way. That is just so gross. And now castle number 5 for our poll is going to be under attack, under siege. But MbL finally heading up to Imperial. But take a look. This is what I was talking about. You go up to Imperial, you take your foot off the pedal for literally a second, and look at Mr. Yo. 4 castles ringing the entirety of his base. Knights being sent in. Oh, look at this guy with his big toothy paddle. If someone knows what that weapon is called, let me know in the comments below. I don't like to say toothy paddle, but this is what happens. Oh my god. Is that... Oh my god. Are we... Guys, I'm whispering because we rarely see this. Usually when a player sees their stables being converted, or any structure being converted, they delete. But oh my god, we've got... Oh my god, we've got an Aztec stable. Remember, Aztecs, like all the Meso civs, don't get stables or stable units, period. Jaguar is extending a little bit too far. Oh, my eyeballs are fixed to the top left of our screen. Are we going to see shallots? Oh my god. I am so excited right now. I'm like a kid on Christmas. Are we going to... so full of hope and anticipation right now. So far, disappointed. So far, I've gotten a pair of socks. The PS5 I wanted has not yet revealed itself. 46 pikemen, elite Jaguar warrior, raiding here with the knights that he converted. There they are! Oh my god! Oh, guys, sorry if I yelled in your ear. Shalot warriors! These are basically Aztec knights at this point. Yes! Oh my god. I have found a rectangular box hidden underneath a bunch of other boxes. I opened it up and it is a PlayStation. You can tell I'm a PS5 kind of guy, not an Xbox kind of guy. Although I probably shouldn't say that with this game being available on Xbox. Where are they? Oh, he's supply block. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's supply block. He's maxed out at 200. Am I even gonna get to see these Shalot warriors? Yeah, of course I am. These obuchs are gonna make quick work of these pike. Where are you going? I think MbL realized maybe 140 villagers might be a little bit too much. There they are. There they are. They're basically Jaguar warriors on top of horses. Look at those giant paddles. The toothy paddles, as we know they're called. And Mr. Yo's supply has dipped to 180, but MbL struggling to maintain one above 150. Light Cav is now out for our poll. I think this is a pretty damn good decision by him. If you can nullify the pike. Remember, Aztecs don't get halberdiers. So pike is basically the best you can go. And if you can get trample damage on your light cav, on your winged hussars, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's the money shot. There's the money shot. First of all, how do they know how to ride horses if they don't get stables? But in any event, that's where the fantastical side of Age of Empires comes in. 2 relics in here for our pull. Jaguar warriors batting the hell out of any kind of cavalry they can, but they are not exactly designed to take on cavalry. But you know what they are designed to do with 20 attack with Garland Wars is basically kill anything and everything in their path. Villagers moving forward. Shalot's still not acting, still not doing anything. Come on, come on, come on. Jaguars raiding to the back of MbL's base. Things are going very, very pear-shaped here for MbL. Aztec monks, 75 HP now. I have missed every single monk upgrade at the top left of our screen. I am so enthralled by this game. Look at them. Look at this unit. What an absolute brilliant, beautiful unit. We have here, by the way, now in this game, 2 of the most aesthetically pleasing units, in my opinion, in the game. The wing... Oh, actually, no, we don't have a winged hussar just yet. I shouldn't be so cocky to assume if we see the winged hussar, we will have 2 of the most aesthetically pleasing. Mr. Yo doing what he always does, which is pinching relics in the middle of a battle. Oh my god, he loves to do this. And now we've got jaguars on 2 feet, jaguars on a horse. But anyway, as I was saying before I interrupted myself, the winged hussar is, I think, one of the prettiest units in the game if we do get to see it. No, he's going heavy cavalry still. And the Shalot warrior is just an absolutely stupendously beautiful unit. By the way, if you didn't know, these are basically designed to be like knights. Take a look at the base attack, the base armor. They are basically knights. Where are the actual knights? Base armor of 2, attack on a 10, 100 HP. Obviously no bloodlines. That would just be pretty funny. But our Aztec needs to get his butt on the move here, sieging the last castle of MbL, who, by the way, is now also in Imperial, has been for a while. His villager count reduced to 106, partly by Mr. Yo's raiding, partly because he threw a whole bunch of them into that Aztec meat grinder here a little while ago. But 50 seconds away from Cavalier. Again, not too sure that's the right way to go, although I get it. Your opponent has a look at the upgrades for Mr. Yo. Oh my goodness, even getting Autolot on the back of no skirmishers. So he's leather archer armor? He is expecting a transition to Trash Wars here, or he's expecting to lose a whole bunch of units to these Arbalests. But a small glimmer of hope for MbL, if he can use these Arbalests to get rid of the pike, of which there is a shiitake mushroom ton of pike, then he can actually transition into light cav. For now, though, losing more and more of his units to these converts. Upgrades on these guys, on the Arbalests. Ooh, needs that chemistry to upgrade to finish. But here we go. If MbL can get rid of the pike and the skirmishers come out, because I mean, you don't get Autolot. Autolot is the one that adds range and attack onto these onto Aztec skirmishers. If you see skirmishers being produced for your opponent, that is the moment to get trample damage light cav out. But take a look at the army here. 52 army supply for our pull. There's 24 cavaliers on the field. Not a single monk to heal them up. Their HP is down 20%. But the push from Mr. Yo is never ending. Call Bastion Balthazar, I forget what his middle name is, from the Never Ending Story. This is the never ending push here. By the way, Michael Ende, the author of that book, oh my god, what a beautiful unit. Wrote another one of my favorite books called Momo when I was younger. If you have not heard of it, if you have not read it, check it out. Very short book. It is just a fantastic, awesome little fantasy novel. Just a super fun book by the same author as The Neverending Story. I mean, he got Otlot, and then instead went Eagles. Oh my god. Attacking on an 8, on a 17, 8 Pierce armor. Oh my god, somebody is revving their engine in my parking lot. Guys, I don't know if you guys can't hear this, let me know in the comments and I will stop talking about it, but I definitely hear it. And here we go. Polish heaviness versus Aztec numerical superiority here. Our pole takes it handily, and here we go, the transition to light cap. This is what I'm talking about, the only glimmer of hope. But take a look at the mini map. Take a look at the mini map. Mr. Yo pinching more relics, attacks of eagles here, attack of the pikemen here, attack of the shallots up here, more shallots streaming in. Stopping to take a little bit of a break. Look at them. Oh my god, what an absolute beautiful. Hey, tell me you don't agree. Beautiful unit here. But the main engage in the center of the map, there is a lot of activity happening. If you've watched this channel, you know you're going to get some picture-in-picture of it all. Well, I shouldn't say of it all. Mostly, I don't think I can put about 7 picture-in-picture right now. Mr. Yo. Oh my god. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god, is he going to lose? I know there's action happening everywhere else, but is he going to lose this relic? This will be the 5th relic for Mr. Yo. Oh, and it does look like these villagers are not going to be able to catch up to this monk. I mean, in theory, they should. But will they get... This is where that tankiness comes in. And Mr. Yo has broken the center of MbL. MbL is down to 1 cavalier who is where? Oh, he's getting surrounded by shallots. Oh, man. 12 to 1. An eagle still poking and prodding. And this is the last remaining military power of our red pole. 87 army supply to 20. Did I not tell you that if there's anyone who can hold a base under siege by 4 castles, it is Mr. Yo. Wow. Wow, I'm in love with this game. I love this game so much. It's going to be very difficult to cast. I mean, sorry, it wasn't difficult to cast. It's going to be very difficult to choose which of these I want to put in the picture-in-picture. Look at him poking with his little feet. Sorry, guys. Now that I have a 2-week-old baby, I always like to say things like, look at those little feet. Look at those little fingers. I'm just absolutely in love with the little guy. And yeah, so you can expect a lot of inadvertent baby talk. Probably? Probably. Yeah, probably. How many times can I say probably in one sentence? Probably a lot. In any event, kill count 538 for our pole, 484 for our Aztec. Most produced unit, pike versus heavy cavaliers. Although all cavaliers are heavy, if you think about it. 56-minute mark is the peak for MbL. Mr. Yo also recently, but a bit of a more relaxed game for him. Economically, not that big of a difference, about 13% relic gold for Mr. Yo as well, who in the middle of all of it does his usual relic pinching, is ahead in wood in a big way, food a little bit, gold with the relics in a big way. Otherwise, it would be pretty similar. And take a look at our pole. So basically divide this by 3, and that's how much extra gold went into here. So without the relic gold, and without the pole stone miner gold feature, I think the gold would have been the same. But, you know, there you go. No, sorry. What the hell am I talking about? I am looking at the wrong number entirely. Ignore everything that I just said. This 5388 divided by 3 is what? 18 or so? Yeah, 3646. Yeah, about 1800. So he mined 14,000 gold, and then 1800 came from this. If I'm not mistaken, but wow, Mr. Yo doing Mr. Yo things, meaning under attack everywhere, besieged by 4 friggin' castles. But now, do you guys know why I call these guys the warrior monk civilization? 75 HP, that one monk with the relic made it home because he had that extra HP. These villagers just could not poke and prod. If he had the usual 45, he'd be dead. He would absolutely be dead right now. Because 75 minus 19 is what? 56? Yeah, so with 45 HP, he would not. He would be absolutely gone. But converting those knights in the beginning, converting cavaliers, converting obuchs, getting his butt up to Imperial first allowed him to clear up all of the castles of MbL, and MbL had a decision to make. Do I take my foot off the gas and go up to Imperial, or do I continue to produce knights? He continued to produce knights, and then at a moment's notice went up to Imperial. But by then, Mr. Yo, take a look, had already expanded everywhere, converting siege workshops, converting archery ranges. This, though, was my favorite part. Oh my goodness, did Christmas come early this year? Oh, where are they? Where are they? We're gonna end the game on this unit. What an absolute amazing unit. This is definitely one of these images is going to be my thumbnail. Forget the battle ostrich. Forget the zebra. Just kind of hanging out here. It is definitely going to be the Shalot warrior. And if I'm saying that wrong, I think I'm saying it right, Shalot. The X is like a SH sound, I believe. But wow, Mr. Yo breaking the contain, using his quicker Imperial, or using the fact that he hit Imperial Age quicker than his opponent to just absolutely steamroll with 2 trebs at first, then a third, and MbL just committed to the wrong unit with the knight, I think. And then once he got rid of all of the pike, I think perhaps should have transitioned into light cav and then eventually winged hussars. But in any event, Mr. Yo just absolutely playing a clinic on how to play the Aztecs here. In Mr. Yo's style, by the way, he wasn't overly aggressive with the monks at first. He sat back, he took the punches, took a few, body shots, a little hit to the ribs, a little, I don't know anything about boxing, so you'll excuse me if I sound like a moron, but a little punch here, a little punch there, but busted out, got a whole bunch of cavalry. Honestly, let's be real. 6 kills. I don't know how influential these units were this game. But I don't care. I mean, look at this guy. He's got the Jaguar pelt on his back. I absolutely don't care if they had 0 kills. I got my wish. Every time I see Aztecs, every time I see Incas, in the back of my mind is a little prayer saying, let's see a conversion on a stable. And usually, like I said, the players delete the structures that are about to be converted. MbL, with a little bit of a mistake here, allowed them to be. Although maybe knew that he was going up to Imperial and that the Shalot is not going to be able to compete with a Cavalier. That being said, that's not what happened. MbL doubled down on the heavy cavalry, said, you know what, forget the appetizer. I'm going straight for the sirloin, and perhaps should have gone Lachitic trample damage with the winged hussars. Mr. Yo's base, very open. Castles, sure. But winged hussars are pretty damn good, pretty damn tanky. And so ultimately, Mr. Yo withstands the barrage of castle fire, breaks the contain, gives us an absolute visual delight. A stunning victory for him. Mr. Yo takes the big W, but GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.